Hey y'all, it's me, not you. It's been a while since I've done one of these recorded videos with my voice, but I thought I might as well do one just for the heck of it. I don't have a ton of time, so I'm only going to be reviewing my last 5 matches, but hopefully that should make good review material for myself, since I'm mostly just doing this for my own sake. And without much fanfare, let's get started.
Get ready!
I don't remember if... okay, no, yeah.
Can't escape from crossing fate! Fight!
So I think in the match before this, I was using Ruby 5B, Vatista 6P as round start, and I got called out. So here, the particular choice that I made here to back up to try to avoid that. That bit was me not really being sure what I wanted to do for pressure. I think if I was a little more decisive, I would have gone straight into the overhead, which Ruby's overhead is not that great, but it would have been something. I think ideally I might have just tried to air dash over them or use the gun blast to sandwich them. How long have I been playing this game? Like 3 years? I still don't remember that she has a gun blast to do that. I think this was a particular call out in that I think a lot of people do try to like jump out of the corner if they are in the corner. So the 4P was specifically calling out that jump, which I did, but they did cover with 6P. I think potentially next time I could have done 5P plus JA to try to catch both options. That one was just me not really knowing my frame advancement. You can see again, I did predict that they would jump. I think I just mistimed my burst on it. Here, I think the decision making with popping cross combo there is that I didn't think I'd be able to land a follow-up hit. I think it was too late for that, so I did pop cross combo to try to extend my pressure a bit.
Defending on the close charge. Defending with the effort.
Take it away.
I think this is something that I later picked up on towards the later matches. Particular advice someone gave me is that if you're doing push block, you ought to know what you want to do after push block. And in this case, I believe with Vatista, I was trying to do laser just to get a hit off. But here I didn't. I was just jumping around just to kind of play neutral a little more.
Let's clean this up. Let's clean this up.
What was it? Okay, yeah, no. I think my thinking here is that Vatista has lasers which are a bit faster than Adachi's lasers, so I did want to play the zoning game, but I was also counting on Ruby 6P knocking me down so that I could set up orbs. I think in the later matches I do tend to stick with lasers a little more, even if the reward is less than if I had an orb on the screen. It's a little less risky, because Adachi's persona does seem to block a lot of projectiles in these sort of zoning wars. But yeah, I did get like fucked for using the orb. I think that's the only time I used JC in this whole match. Okay, that actually kind of actually registering like, oh, use the laser, I can punish the laser, which is not very common. I'm usually pretty slow on that. I guess the Adachi 236 is something that is The crystal there was a misinput, but I think the 236C is a decent counter to the lasers. So in the future, I should probably look out for that. Also, maybe I ought to like lower the volume a bit. Okay, there we are. So here, I think at this point I did notice that there are particular ranges where the player would try to either dash in with JB or set up lasers. Like if he's far, he might try to set up lasers. If he's at mid-range, he might try to dash in with JB. Towards the later matches especially, I did try a little hard to like call out those specific things. I don't think I was ever successful, but like, hey, you know, I recognized it. Yeah, you can see I called him out on the what was it? I called him out on the air dash and I got him there. And here you can see I'm calling out the Zeo, though Ruby like gunshot doesn't really get much off of that. I think he was pretty consistently resonancing after incoming pretty often here. I definitely could have set something up on this. I'm not sure. It's if I had Vatista still alive, I could definitely set something up. But I think in this case, the best approach might be to just wait, so I don't have to deal with whiff punishing. I do tend to autopilot after incoming, especially you can see in my later matches, I do pretty consistently just like block to try to outframe them, which consistently works against like worse people, which feels bad to say because it's like I'm saying this guy's garbage, but like he's not. He's probably like a little better than me because he adapts faster than I did, but I'm just gonna keep playing the tape. I don't really poke very often with like 5B. Usually 5A is my poke tool. I think in this instance, I did sort of recognize the spacing, which, weird comment. Ruby 5BB is so weird because like the hitbox is shorter than 5B, and I can recognize stuff at a point where 5B will hit, but I'm not at the level where I can see, oh, 5B will hit, 5BB might not hit, so I might have to like use a different follow-up. I can recognize it. It's usually just like after I've input 5BB and I'm like, oh, okay, that's not gonna hit. So I do want to sort of point out, might be a little pretentious of me, but I don't usually, I think I've had like a really bad habit of mashing buttons on block. This is a particular goal I had for this session was to try to get into pressure really fast. Like if I hit them once on block, I just go for the overhead or for the throw or for whatever. And I did I have been sort of doing that this match. Pressure's not very good because Ruby JC is very reactable, but you know, it is a starting point. Okay, so going into the next match, I think I am still quite... I think the 4P was me particularly expecting them to air dash after me after I jumped into the air. Yeah, that was probably it, and I just happened to catch them by accident, but you can see I didn't really manage to catch them with that. I actually do quite like that, in that off of the 6P, I was able to hit him with the overhead. In the future, could I have done anything different? I could have definitely done air dash JB, I'm still not quite confident in doing the air dash macro on this controller, but I feel like that probably would have been a little more safe than this. I probably could have gotten a combo. Not that I like couldn't get a combo off of this, which I didn't. Once I press play, you'll see I dropped the combo immediately, but you know, it would have been a little easier on myself. I don't remember if the cross combo was. I think the cross combo was over. I don't think I could have like punished that, but I definitely could have like gone into the super a little early to try to avoid that. I think I am to some degree sort of recognizing when to push my pressure. Here I saw him knocked down, so I used 6P to try to cover me chasing after him, and that's good. I do think maybe I could have covered that a little better. Maybe just like block and see if the 6P hits before going in. I don't know. Yeah, that 4P was also me trying to catch the jump dash, which didn't happen, but. And yeah, that is me mashing on incoming to try to catch that. That was a fumble. Yeah, there really is no other way to like explain that. I was trying to DP on Vatista. This is actually a hard call out in that I did mention before at far ranges you would try to like Zio, so I recognized that and tried to punish that. I don't know why I felt like you would try to do 6B to round start. I think maybe it's because it was such like a conspicuous last minute swap, like, oh, he's definitely gonna try something different. Maybe it's because I've been like bullying him too much with Ruby round start. But yeah, you can see I did like, I had some sort of intuition that he'd do that round start, and so I did the 236C round start, and you can see it did work out for me here. I think I definitely could have reacted to that with, what was it, gunshot. I think that definitely would have saved me this later on. I think in this case I definitely should have tried to go into pressure a little more quickly. And that, burst punish, I definitely caught that by accident. I didn't mean to. And then here I, like, messed up that. I think in this case I could have, because he was blocking, and I definitely could have like gun blasted across him to start pressure. Oh shit. I don't think that matters. Could I have mashed on that? I think I could have mashed on that. Yeah, I did manage to like get into pressure there. I think I could have, instead of DPing, which is a little more risky, I think I definitely could have supered here. I had the meter for it. I don't know, I generally play very meter conservative. I think maybe I should break that habit a bit.
Come on,
I think, yeah, definitely against this person, I'm not very, like, threatened with the Zio, the threat of Zio, since, like, most of the time he doesn't really swap into Neo to actually get, like, crazy stuff. I think I definitely should be a little more careful next time. Also, the, what was it? I don't know what I was gonna say. I don't think it, like, super matters. that was definitely like a misinput. I was trying to laser him to punish him for that. Or no, that wasn't a misinput. That was me being stupid. I should have just gone for a laser. I don't know why I went for scene laser. I don't even know like the distinction between the two. I know one you can like combo off of and you get like better frame advantage, so it's good for like mid-range if you're unsure of, you know, if they're going to block it or not. But like I think at such a far range I could have like called out with A, and it wouldn't have been like that troubling. I'm actually kind of proud of that. The sniping him with the snipe shot and then seeing the assist and actually managing to like block that. I saw that. I recognized that. I was able to like get that. Like, go me. I think I definitely could have hit him there. And that was just me being lucky. In this case, I definitely should have like done the neutral jump, safe jump. The fact that I didn't was just kind of like I got really nervous and like scared, and I shouldn't have.
My turn, huh? Let's put it into this.
And yeah, there it is. There it is again. The like instant rezo. That I'm not very proud of that. That was me. That was me panicking. Okay, I wasn't sure if this was... Yeah, you can see that was me doing the 6P 5B, which in this case, like, blew me up. But, I don't know, I assumed... Because he was playing, like, a little passively in the... What the hell am I talking about? No, he's playing super actively in the last few rounds. I think him just swapping just kind of threw me off there. Honestly, I'm not really sure what a Neo DP does as an ender. I might have to ask in the chat later. Here, I think maybe... Yeah, I didn't call on my assist for anything weird. I could have, like, maybe stayed on the ground to try to anti-air him. Because he was in that range where I would reasonably expect him to, like, air dash. Yeah, that's my bad. With Vatista being push blocked out, I think definitely I needed to, like, I couldn't really rely on her to cover my ass, but I did here, which is not great. I think the jump there in particular was me calling out like him jumping in, especially since he's mostly been trying to like rush me down. But I think in this particular situation where I have the advantage and I can press the advantage, I definitely should have just like expected him to play a little more passively. That was just me panicking. I think... Oh, what was it? I think in these later matches I do like panic a lot and I do kind of like lose control of my controller, which not good. I think I should probably make a note to try to keep a note of that next time.
Heavy damage. Heavy damage. Dangerous. Heavy damage.
Here, what was it? I didn't know Adachi 6P would hit my backdash. I've been trying to like make use of backdash a little more, but that does require me to have like a better intuition of spacing, which I don't have. And yeah, I don't know. I've just been back-teching this whole set. I thought I might try something new, and it didn't work. But you know, I think I definitely just needed a different approach for that.
Heavy damage. Barrier. Come. Failure. Come.
the jump and the throw in particular was me like calling out his push block, which like I don't know. I definitely could have like tried to bait it out, especially since I was expecting it and I couldn't get the throw reject miss in time. Because throw reject misses does seem to be a little like unreliable.
Come.
I think maybe I could have like cross comboed there to try to get the reset.
Stay high and match. One extra.
And that is me like calling the combo short.
Come. Do what you can.
Just because I thought he might like burst.
Request
Yeah, since he's far out, I did use laser to try to call out his Zio. And then that throw is just like complete accident. I could have jabbed. Jab is like about as fast as Vatista throw, and it wouldn't have changed anything. I just kind of like panicked there.
down.
Could I have killed off something? I probably couldn't have, but yeah, you can see I did sort of like learn a bit from that. I did notice that he, or I predicted he would Zio at such far away. I don't know if I should have kept at the zoning war, because maybe I could have won, but also I would like to play a little more proactively just so I can like, because Ruby works a little better in that close range. I guess that is one thing that I didn't pick up, that he would like Zio, even if it was like close to mid-range, if he knocked me down. I definitely should keep that in mind next time. And then there it is. There he goes again with the instant air dash JB at the mid-range, which I don't know if I could have called that out since he did cover that with assist. But like I mentioned before, he did that multiple times. I never called it out, or I never successfully called it out, really. And you can see I was trying to call it out there. I guess maybe he was like a little too far. I guess that's another thing, that he, even with far range, with Neo, he would use his projectiles, because I did try to like call out his air dashes and then it never worked. I think I probably could have gone into super there just to try to like secure the damage, because I knew he was going to burst like immediately. I just didn't think I could do anything about it. Yeah, you can see if I did pick up on the he likes to Zio whenever he's in advantage, I could have like supered there to get him, but I didn't, so. And then you can see that me calling out the JB, that didn't happen. I didn't manage to call it out this time, I just didn't get anything from it. And then I recognized that like the super route would kill him, so I went into that. I did like manage to anti-air him, which, you know, good points on me. I was like calling it out, and it didn't work how I wanted to, but it did work. I just didn't manage to like follow up on it, because I was expecting Ruby to like have reverse beat like Vatista. Okay, going back into this last match, I'm gonna see if I can remember much from this, because it's been a hot minute. Okay, so that punish is pretty straightforward. I think I had something to say there, but that's a safe jump. I think something that I've been thinking about recently is I've been viewing replays from other Ruby players, and it seems like no one else uses that, which is quite odd. I don't know if I should maybe stop doing that, but I'll have to look into it a little more, because the safe jump is still quite useful. So the what was it? Backstep, right? That's what it was. I've noticed that a lot of people tend to what if they run up and do like a big move like Adachi 5B and I backstep, that's usually enough to whiff, and I can like try to get a whiff punish off of that. Here it didn't, which, you know, seems like maybe a bad habit, but I don't know. I'll have to look into that later too. The okay. Oops. Yeah, I just kind of autopiloted that assist. I shouldn't have. But yeah, I did. I'm pretty sure this was a specific call out because I thought he was going to try to set up BZO. I just like probably should have waited until I side swapped before calling assist, but it is what it is. Yeah, I think here I also tried to like get out and I didn't, or I misinputted this.
Final phase commencing. Dangerous.
I don't know, what was the rationale behind that? I don't know. I think at this point my brain was kind of turned off. I don't think there's really much I can really expand on here. Yeah, you can see here, yeah, I've been trying to like, I think the overhead here was me recognizing that like he would pop resonance after, so I was like, I can probably like set something after his recovery. It didn't work out, but you know, I did try. And then he whipped that somehow. Yeah, 2B. That was me forgetting that Vatista doesn't really have a 2B or anti-air on 2B. Yeah, I don't know. He hasn't really like punished me all that much. And then this is me like realizing, oh yeah, he's definitely gonna like Zio. I should like laser to contest. And then that is me just like fucking up the combo. And yeah, I also like called that out here. And then like that's that.
Resistance is futile.
Shit, I did have to like go out and do stuff in between this and the last match. I don't remember what I was gonna stay. I think I was gonna try to set like a specific goal for the next time I do one of these. But I don't remember what it was. Maybe try to call out with anti-airs more. I don't know. That seems like a good goal as any. But next time I post one of these, I will sort of go in with that in mind. But yeah, that has been my little VOD review live commentary. If you're watching this and you're not me, I hope I was at least somewhat informative. If you're watching this and you are me, get fucked, idiot. Anyway, that's about all